Yo, welcome back to our channel everybody, it's Night Spectrum here. So now that we know we're gonna be receiving a Selector tier 3 character, I thought it might be a good idea to rank all of these available selections from here so that it can help make choosing your preferred option easier for you. So we have a lot of characters here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in total. So we're gonna go ahead and rank all of these 10 boys and girls from 1 to 10, from worst to best, from 10 to 1, i.e. from worst to best. And yeah, we're gonna be explaining why we are ranking whoever we are ranking at whichever ranking and why we're doing so. So let's get right into our tier list here. So number 10 on the list for me is a character that I don't even have at tier 3, Ant-Man, but I know how he performs based on what I've seen and based on his kit alone. Like, it's really not hard to see. But Ant-Man, even for at one time he used to be a PvP, I won't say monster, but he was a very interesting PvP character, mainly because of his dodge, his 80% dodge, guaranteed dodge. So he was just dodging everything and yeah, surviving and then killing the enemy. But yeah, but shortly after, he just, you know, he died out in the meta when stronger, more reliable characters start being released in PvP. So he just kind of got eclipsed and he hasn't received a uniform in a long time. Maybe he will receive one for the third part of his movie, but yeah, there's still time for that. So right now, that's where he stands, lost on the list. So number 9 for me is Cyclops. So Cyclops, despite having an incredible leadership and support, like his leadership gives everybody 30% attacks and 25% defenses, whoever or whichever type or faction they are, and also he gives 30% energy attack to all allies. Especially this benefits everybody who deal energy type damage. So Cyclops is a great support for DRX, for World Boss Legends, a great leadership. But now with the release of characters like Hyperion, like, you know, like Thena, who have much more, you know, yeah, Cyclops is free, but Thena, she has the same leadership, and a lot of people went ahead and got her, yeah, right? Even Hyperion, even for his paywall, he has a better leadership, especially with his uniform of 55% all attacking. So gradually, Cyclops' value as a leadership and support is slowly wearing down. Like, he is great as a leadership and a support, but that's all he is compared to a character like Hyperion, who not only is an insane leadership, but also works great as a solo individual character by himself. So yeah, right now Cyclops is number 9. So number 8 on our list is Winter Soldier. So Winter Soldier, despite getting a tier 3 recently, but tier 3 didn't do enough of a uniform as well, didn't do enough for him to be considered, you know, broken tier or OP tier. He's decent, he's good at what he does, he holds his own, he's a very good, a very decent speed type. But yeah, that's where it stops for him. Not enough buffs, not enough damage. So yeah, he's decent, he had his time, but now it's just he can't keep up with the current more like, you know, DPS gods like Falcon or Makari, who are equally speed types but do much more than him. So number 7 on the list for me is Black Panther. So Black Panther for me is slightly better than Winter Soldier. He has a lot of hits on his skills. Yeah, he doesn't hit that much, and he lacks a lot of stats. He doesn't have enough, you know, a lot of frenzy buff like nowadays. Characters like Gigamesh received recently the 100% attack increase. You know, frenzy buffs like that is what he's lacking. But other than that, he's a decent character. He holds his own, and he looks incredible with his latest 3099 uniform. Yeah, this uniform didn't do enough for him to push him in the meta, but it's still a decent uniform for the character. So he stands at number 7 right now. So number 6 on the list for me would be Captain Marvel. So Captain Marvel with her latest uniform is incredibly good in PvP, especially to kill Doctor Doom with her passives on the uniform passive. So let me show you. So this is Captain Marvel with this uniform, right? So she increases the damage she deals to supervillain by 50%, she decreases the damage she receives from supervillain by 50%, and all damage she receives are reduced by 40%. So she has a lot of damage reduction, and especially against Doctor Doom she's very good, because she just catches him off guard once with photon combo, and bye bye, Doctor Doom goes to sleep right there. I made a video about this, you can check it out. So number 5 on the list for me, this is a gamble. It's Spider-Man. So this is mainly and only because he's getting his movie No Way Home is being released soon, and there are multiple looks which have been teased through the trailers, through the movie posters, through the movie teasers. So this leads to believe that Spider-Man will be getting a great rework, because right now he needs a top to bottom rework to be doing anything. He's just not good enough right now in the current meta. So you should only choose Spider-Man if you already have the first 2 characters on this list, who will be revealing in a second. But if you already have those 2, then only you can go and gamble for Spider-Man, hoping that he gets a god tier rework. And if you already like him, so there's nothing to lose there, you already like him and he's gonna be getting a new uniform, you're gonna be getting the uniform, so you might as well have him at tier 3. So yeah, this is a big gamble for all you Spider-Man lovers out there who are hoping that he gets a massive rework and he reaches the meta tier where he deserves to be. So number 4 on the list for me is Thor. So Thor was incredibly good when he came out. He was one of his kind with a fourth charge up skill, but gradually we received more and more better universal types, like Loki, Wanda and all that, so they just eclipsed Thor totally from the universal tier. But Thor is still very good for World Boss Legend and DRX. His combo in DRX with Beta Rebels lead is very, very deadly, one of the best DRX teams, and he does great in World Boss Legend with the Judgment, and also great in ABX. And this uniform is among the best looking uniforms in the game, and if you're a Thor fan, this uniform is a must buy, and Thor is a must get for the tier 3 selector. He does good, he does well, does decent World Boss Legend, but yeah, he can't keep up with the current current universal types like Loki, like Wanda and all that. Even Fina released lately is better than Thor, so yeah, that speaks volume. And number 3 on the list for me is it's Captain Iron Man, whoever he is. So there he is. So Iron Man, superior Iron Man for me, is a bit better than Thor, especially because of his uniform passive, which allows him to deal more damage to enemies who has lower HP than 30%. So Iron Man in World Boss Legend during the last phase of Mephisto and Null hits incredibly hard, and he's so clutch when you're lacking that little bit of damage to push you through the last phase. You get your Iron Man, boom, he just starts doing bonkers damage in the last phase and helps you get slow clears. And visually this uniform looks very good, the skill looks amazing, he hits very hard. Even he's very good, he's kind of decent in DRX for Strife Week because he has iframe ignore on his tier 3 and his tier 3 hits really hard. So yeah, Iron Man, very decent, very good at what he does and deserves to be on his first spot. So number 2 on the list for me, number 2 and number 1 could be a tie, you could argue between them, but for me number 2 would be Captain America Phoenix Force. So Captain America Phoenix Force with this uniform is incredibly good, especially for World Boss Legend, because they reworked his tier 3. So his tier 3 was the one thing which was kinda bad about him, but they reworked this tier 3 to make it do wonders. Right now Cap, the skill auto releases after 3 seconds of pressing, and then he is much more consistent, he doesn't get guard broken, the skill is never interrupted, and Cap now has a good frenzy, he heals, he has all 3 effects of ABX, he's very good in ABX, only second to Wolverine, who's only ahead because he can make use of a brilliant Judgment. Cap doesn't have all fighter skills, he has some physical skills, and yeah, and also with his artifact, Cap might be very good for you, especially in World Boss Legend with increased damage to supervillain faction. This artifact is pretty easy to pull through dimension rifts. So yeah, great for World Boss Legend, great for ABX, incredibly good at what he does. He heals, he has gorgeous looking skills, especially his tier 3 where he grows wings. So yeah, Cap is back in the meta and he deserves his second spot. So number 1 for me is the other Captain America, but this one is the female version, the daughter version of Captain America. So Sharon Rogers with her latest lightsaber uniform armor. For me, it's the best, cheapest tier 3 in the game for a blast type. So yeah, her fourth skin has been reworked. They didn't change much, they just made it so that it's not an iframe and she can accumulate while she's doing damage. And also this has a refreshing invincibility, which means she doesn't get guard broken and she can still do damage. So this uniform overall made Sharon much easier to use, much more stable. She doesn't miss her tier 3s, she doesn't miss her damage on her fourth. She accumulates enough because fourth is a long skill, so she just stands there, accumulates and hits while accumulating. So overall, Sharon Rogers, beast, an absolute beast for wall boss legend. She does awesome in DRX as well. She can do some ABX but not so much, and she's very proc friendly as well. She does wonders with an energy, which is her best CTP. So yeah, this is it for this video. We have ranked all the tier 3 characters who are available from the tier 3 selectors, from worst to best. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments whether this video has helped you or who you're thinking about picking from the tier 3 selector. Me personally, I'm gonna go with Spidey. I'm gonna gamble because I already have all the others who are usable, who are useful for me, and I'm gonna go ahead and gamble for Spider-Man, hoping he gets a godly or at least a very good rework for No Way Home. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about the videos in the comment down below. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys very soon. Stay safe and take care.